Hi, welcome. In today's session, we are going to solve one problem that is from engineering graphics and especially from engineering course. There are many types of engineering course. They are used in practice, but out of that, today we are going to specially focus on construction of an ellipse. And that construction of an ellipse is by means of directrix focus method. But before moving with the problem statement, let's have a look for the cut section of a cone where we obtained that ellipse. Ellipse is actually a curve that is obtained when the section plane, this is actually the section plane SS, it is going to cut the cone, especially the axis of the cone. Here you are having the straight vertical axis of the cone. This straight vertical axis of the cone is getting cut by means of this section plane to be called as SS in such a way that this section plane makes an angle which is greater than the angle made by the generator of a cone. Here you found this is what the section plane, it makes an angle with the axis of the cone, it is greater than the angle made by the generators of the cone with the straight vertical axis of the cone, isn't it? So if you are having such kind of cutting of your cone, then whatever may the section, whatever may be the curve you are getting is what actually a conic section to be called as an ellipse. So this is actually the ellipse that we have to draw by means of directrix focus method. So let's move on. So here we are having the problem statement with us. It is what? Construct an ellipse when the distance of the focus from the directrix is equal to 50 mm and eccentricity is 2 by 3. So what exactly eccentricity is nothing but that we are going to discuss in the coming part. Initially, according to the given data, we have to draw one directrix and we have to mark the distance that is of the focus from the directrix and which equals to 50 mm as given in the problem. So we start for the solution of the respective problem, in which we have to initially construct a straight vertical line which is to be called as directrix. So we go for that. So this is actually your directrix. It is to be named as D D dash. D dash is actually the directrix. Now we have to mark any random point on this directrix. We just mark over here, name that point as C. Now from this point C, what we have to do, we have to draw one perpendicular line to this directrix passing through the point C, where that focus point is going to be further marked. So from point C, we just initially mark the angle 90 degree over here and just draw one line which is actually the center line in the fashion of that long shot. Fine. Now this is actually the line which is perpendicular to the directrix. Now next task is what? We have to mark the distance of the focus point. And in the given statement, the distance of the focus from the directrix is given as 50 mm. So we just put the scale over here from the directrix. It means from the point C, we have to measure the distance 50 mm and that comes over here. And at this location, we are going to mark one point and name that point as F. F stands for focus point, and this is actually the thing that is given in the problem statement. What is that? The distance of the focus from the directrix is equal to 50 mm. So here you are having focus. The distance of the focus from this straight directrix is of 50 mm. Now one condition is get it satisfied according to the given statement of the problem. Further on, in the problem statement, they have given us eccentricity is 2 by 3. So what exactly eccentricity means? Actually, eccentricity is the ratio of distance of a point from the focus to the distance of the same point from the directrix. It means what? Here we have to mark one point V. V stand for vertex point. Now the distance of that point from the focus is get divided by distance of the same point from the directrix and is actually the eccentricity. So according to the eccentricity, distance of the point from the focus, if we mark the point V over here, distance of the point, that point V from the focus is to be treated as Vf, isn't it? So we just write over here E is equal to distance of the focus from the directrix. Distance of the point from the focus is to be taken as Vf if we mark the point V over here, divided by distance of the same point V from the directrix. So that becomes what? It is become Vc. So Vf upon Vc is actually the eccentricity, isn't it? Now it is given as 2 by 3 in the given statement, and overall distance Cf is equal to 50 mm. So this eccentricity we have to put over here with this ratio. So eccentricity Vf upon Vc in this case is given as 2 by 3, and we have to satisfy the dimension Cf is equal to 50 mm. So ultimately Vf upon Vc becomes 20 by 30, isn't it? Yes. So it means that the distance or the point V, that the vertex point, is get it mark. If you measure from the focus point, it is to be marked at a distance of 20 mm, and if you mark it from the point C, then it becomes, or it will come at distance of 30 mm. So the next task is to mark that vertex point according to the given eccentricity. So we are going to mark it. So we just put our scale over here. It's 50 mm, that Cf is 50 mm. As we measure from the C, then Vc distance is equal to how many mm? It's equal to 30 mm. So from this point, it is at this location 30 mm. Now this is your vertex point V. Fine. Now according to the given statement that the eccentricity is 2 by 3 and the distance of the focus from the directrix equals to 50 mm, that the dimensions or that the points we already marked in the given figure or in the diagram. The next task is to construct an ellipse. Now as we are getting this point with us, the further you have to follow the stepwise procedure to construct that ellipse. So after this, what you have to do, from the point V, draw one straight vertical line which is exactly parallel with your directrix. Fine. What we are doing, what we did right now, from the point V, we just draw one straight vertical line which is parallel or say perpendicular to this horizontal line. Fine. Now further on in your compass, you have to tag the distance that's equal to Vf. Vf as a distance and V as a center. We have to draw one arc. What is the step over here? We carry the distance that's equal to Vf, and with V as a center, we just draw one arc, and that arc is going to cut this previously drawn straight vertical line, and that cutting, that intersecting point will be named as point A. Fine. Now we have to connect the point C A and further extend it. So this is your point C, this is your point A. We are going to connect it and we will further extend it. Fine. Now after this, from the point F, which is your focus point, from the point F we have to draw one inclined line in this way, and the line makes an inclination with this horizontal line is of 45 degree. So from point F we just put the protractor over here at center point F, and from this horizontal line we take the angle that's equal to 45 degree and just mark over here. Now from the point F we have to draw one line. It has inclination of 45 degree with horizontal line, and we will extend it till this previously drawn inclined line, and they will meet at one point, and that point to be named further as point B. This is what that intersection point. Fine. Now from the point here you are having point A, here you are having point B. Now from the point B further on we have to draw one straight vertical line in a downward direction, which is again perpendicular to the horizontal line. Okay. Now whatever may be its intersection with the horizontal line is to be named as V dash. Now the point you are getting over here, they are the vertex point V and V dash. It is actually the end point of your ellipse, and especially of its major axis. So after getting these 2 points, which are to be the end vertex point of your ellipse, we have to further go for the obtaining other points of your ellipse. Thereby we finally complete that curve. Okay, now from point V to V dash we simply measure the distance, and it founds to be near about 99 mm. We have to divide this overall dimension into 10 or 12 equal parts. We may or you may divide it randomly, just marking the point 1 to 12 or 1 to 10. Here I am going to divide it into 10 equal parts. So I just mark the point over here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one is that V dash. We do naming for that point. This is your point 1, this is your point 2, which is similar to the point F. This is your point number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the vertex point, it will be called as say 10, or it will remain as V dash. So the dividation of that distance V or V dash, you may divide it into 8, 10 or 12 equal parts. Fine, right now I divide it into say 9 parts or 9 numbers. Now the next step is what? Next step is nothing but whatever may be the point right now you mark, from that point you have to draw a straight vertical lines. So what we are going to do, this is your point 1. Yeah, it is your point 1. From the point 1 I just going to draw a straight vertical line. It will going to intersect with this previously drawn inclined line. Extend it vertically downward. The straight vertical line intersect with this previously drawn inclined line, and that intersection point will be named as 1 dash. Similarly, we further draw another parallel line, or say perpendicular line to the horizontal line, from the point number 2. it will extended vertically upward that intersection with the previously drawn inclined line to be labeled as 2 dash, and the same line will further extended downward, and it will be carried out for the next point. This is your point number 3, straight vertical line. Here you get the point 3 dash. From the same point we have the further extension it in a downward direction. This is your 4 dash, extend it vertically downward. From point number 5, draw one straight vertical line that you gives you 5 dash, extend it in a vertically downward manner. Similarly, with point 6 we obtain the point 6 dash, 7 dash, 8 dash, and the last point, that is 9 dash. Fine, we do naming for all this point. This is actually 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash, 8 dash, and this point is to be called as 9 dash. Fine. Okay, now the next crucial part remain over here, that is the obtaining the various other points of an ellipse. So what we have to do further on, we have to carry the distance in our rounder that's equal to 1 dash. Here you are having point 1, you have to carry the distance equal to 1 dash. So here we are getting the distance 1 dash in our rounder with F as a center. Remember, every time whenever you are going to carry the distance 1 dash or 2 dash, every time the center point of your rounder, it should be your focus point only. So we initially carry the distance 1 equals to 1 dash in our compass. With F as a center point of our compass, we are going to cut the line which is passing through the point 1 and 1 dash. It will be cut over here on the upper side of that horizontal line, and it will cut it towards the downward side of your horizontal line. Now both the point, we are going to give the name for that point as this is your point P1, and this is to be noted as P1 dash. So here you are getting 2 points P1 and P1 dash. Fine. Now next we carry the distance equal to 2 to 2 dash. With 2 to 2 dash as a distance in your compass, and with focus as the center of your compass, you have to cut the line passing through 2 and 2 dash, that straight vertical line that gives you the next 2 points. They are the P2 and P2 dash. So here you are having point P2, and this is actually the point P2 dash, isn't it? Further on, carry the distance in your rounder that's equal to 3 dash, 3 dash as a distance in your compass. With F as a center, cut the line passing through the point 3 and 3 dash. So it will be get cut over here, and it will be cut in this lower direction as well. Fine. It will be named as P3 and P3 dash. Fine. Similarly, carry the distance equals to 4 dash in our compass, with again F as a center, cut the line passing through the point 4 and 4 dash in upper as well as in its lower side. Name that further points as P4 and P4 dash. Similarly, carry the distance equals to 5 to 5 dash in your rounder with again focus or F as the center point of your compass. Mark the arc or cut the line. Every time do remember the focus is what actually the center point of your compass while marking these points. This point is to be named as P5 and this will be your P5 dash. Similarly, 6 to 6 dash as a distance in our rounder with F as the center, we are going to cut the line passing through the point C 6 and 6 dash. Fine. It will be named as P6. This is your P6 dash. Next, carry the distance from point 7 to 7 dash again with F as a center. Cut the line passing through the point 7 and 7 dash, that gives you P7 and P7 dash. This is your P7 and this is your P7 dash. Similarly, distance equal to 8 to 8 dash in your rounder with F as a center. Cut the line passing through point 8 and 8 dash. Name the point as P8 and P8 dash. Fine. Now the last point remain over here, that's equal to take the distance in your compass, that's equal to 9 dash as the distance in your rounder with F as a center. Cut the line. Name the point as P9 and P9 dash. Now here you are getting all the points by means as we are going to join it by means of that smooth curve. There we obtained an ellipse. So we initially just hold on, just mark that point, just dark that point. This is your P1, this is P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7, P8, P9 and the last vertex. Similarly, P1 dash, P2 dash, P3 dash, P4 dash, this is your P4 dash, P5 dash, P6 dash, P7 dash, P8 dash, P9 dash and last point V dash. Now we are going to connect it by means of smooth curve. So here we are going to connect it by means of smooth curve. P1 dash, P2 dash, P3 dash, P4 dash, P5 dash, P6 dash, P7, 8, 9. This is actually the half portion of an ellipse, which is the upper portion of an ellipse. We go for the lower portion of an ellipse. Again, by just simply connecting all these points P1 to that P9 by means of that smooth curve. So it's actually an ellipse which is constructed by means of an directrix focus method. We do naming for that ellipse. This is actually that arrowhead showing it's an ellipse. So this is actually the complete solution for given problem statement, where it is mentioned that you have to construct an ellipse where the distance of the focus from the directrix is equal to 50 mm and eccentricity is 2 by 3. As the distance of the focus from the directrix is given, that is what the actually clue point to identify by means of which method we have to construct it. So it is given that the distance of the focus from the directrix, it means we have to construct an ellipse by means of that directrix focus method. So this is actually the complete solution we obtained for the given problem statement. So that's it for this session. Oh, one point is remain, that is actually the showing the distance of the focus from the directrix, which is the actually dimensioning part. So here we are having point C, this is your point F. We extend it vertically downward, fine, and we just draw one horizontal line. We just draw one horizontal line, which is actually your dimension line. These two are your the extension points. Draw the arrowheads, which are completely filled isosceles triangle, and over here we mention it's 50 mm. Distance of the focus from the directrix is 50 mm. Now this is what the complete solution for the given problem statement. Thank you.